Hey guys, hope this video finds everyone doing well. I am Reverend Kelly Byrne. I am a pastor at Broadmoor United Methodist Church in Shreveport, Louisiana, and I am here with our Director of Contemporary Worship.
That's me. Hey, Dallas here.
And, 2020 brought us a lot of chaos. It's like the whole world had to shut down for this pandemic. Businesses shut down, government shut down, and even churches shut down. And for me in ministry, that was probably one of the hardest things I ever had to deal with, was figuring out how to have church without a physical building. And so while 2020 took away so much from us, it also brought to us an opportunity to evangelize digitally. And recently, I was asked to discern, along with Dallas, this idea of launching a digital church, to really dive into evangelizing digitally. And from that, the wheels started turning, and we decided to say yes to this ask. Now, we're still going to be there on Sunday mornings for our in-person worship in the River Worship space, but we are now offering an opportunity for people to join us to learn about God's love, to grow in God's love, and then to go out into this world and serve in God's love wherever they are. I was recently sharing a story about a friend of mine who felt guilty because he hunts. He hunts deer during deer season to provide food for his family, which meant he would be in the deer stand on Sunday mornings, and he felt guilty about missing church. And so I said to him, I said, Chad, I was like, we are live streaming. Why don't you just tune in and listen to the message? And his eyes got really big. And he's like, I can do that? I can worship in a deer stand? And I said, absolutely. I said, as a matter of fact, you don't even have to watch worship. Just listen to the word and the message that God has for you that day. And he did. He has done that since then. He listens in while he's on the deer stand. And then I was talking to my dad one time. He owns a mom and pop hardware business, and you're familiar with that. You have your own business as well, and so he works on Sundays. He doesn't have the opportunity to go to church, and occasionally they will close up shop, and they'll drive up to Shreveport and visit. And he talks about how nice it would be to be able to listen to his preacher daughter, that's what he calls me, his preacher daughter, every Sunday. And I was really excited because I said, well, Dad, you can, right? Because we live stream here at our service as well. And so now he tells people at his hardware shop that he carries around his preacher daughter in his pocket. And he will listen to me. Most usually it's when he's placing his hardware orders on Monday evenings. But that just really opened the door of possibilities for us to reach new people and to evangelize in this new digital world.
Yeah, with the technology that we have today, there's no reason we can't worship 7 days a week whenever we are. I mean, we don't all work 9 to 5 jobs and have the weekends off. And if you're at 3 o'clock in the morning and at the convenience store working, you pull it up and it's there, and it's God is where we are. God is not at a certain place at a certain time, and oops, you just missed him. So it's wonderful that we can take the technology of today and bring the message to wherever you are that you need it. So we're excited about the opportunity and the dot 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 at the end of this carrying the message. It's a fun time.
So we're actually creating a brand new church plant, if you want to be fancy about the words. And this will be Broadmoor Online. And we don't ever really expect anyone who who tunes in to hear this message, to actually walk through our building doors. What we're trying to do is create opportunities to spread the gospel news, and meet people wherever they are in their life. And so we will offer a special online only worship service. For anybody who wants to tune in. But we're going to go beyond that.
Yep.
We're going to have a diving deeper session in the week where Dallas and I are going to chat either about the upcoming message, maybe about questions that were posed during the previous message, or even just open conversations about how the Bible is still relevant for us today. These stories from 2,000 years ago, how can they still be applicable to us in the year 2021?
Yeah. And we'd like to get into a deeper understanding of how we got to where we are, and not just the stories that we've grown up with, taken at face value, but really how what they mean and how they can be applied to bring heaven to earth. I mean, that is our mission, is to make the life of the people, help them to grow closer to God and have a relationship that makes sense, and to make their own lives better. And we'll silence our phones and all that and give you all the attention. But we want this this new missional opportunity to connect with you. And if you are in need, we want to be able to fill that need in a spiritual sense. So if you've got questions, or if you wanted to dive deeper into a particular aspect of something, or just to have that conversation so that we can grow together closer to the people that God has created us to be, and then go out and to reach others and to impact lives that way. That's what we want to be able to do with you in this virtual opportunity.
And I'm really excited. We're also going to start a podcast, this mentality of feet to the Spirit, but how do we go and live in the community where we do live out that message of loving others, of loving our neighbors, and bring you the opportunity of doing that in your community as well. We're going to take that opportunity to interview some of our local community activists, people from our local veterans home and from our shelters around the area, from the Life Share Center, and just all kinds of different opportunities, the food bank, and ways that we are involved in our local community to help inspire you to do the same in your local community, to go out and remind this world that we are all God's children, that we are all loved by Him, and that nobody has been forgotten. And that's our job, to spread that love, to show that love, and to be in action and ministry with one another. But we need your help. We have found this really awesome space in our downstairs basement, and we are using the bare necessities, and would love for you to help support us in this endeavor of digital evangelism, of reaching new people in new places, of taking the steeple to the street. And so if you would like to buy into this evangelism opportunity, I want to ask you to donate to our cause, to support us in this endeavor. And we have a donor who has stepped up to match us dollar for dollar. So every dollar that we raise, they will match that amount. But we are in need of everything from repainting the wall. That one doesn't look too horrible,
Yeah,
but if I
surprise.
were to move the camera this way, you would see the room is in need of some help and some work, as well as the proper recording equipment and software to be able to bring you a really nice not only worship service, but
Yeah, but a good production. We want what we bring to the table to be good. Like we can work in the Spirit and with all the best intentions, but it goes a long way when you put some skill and the right tools behind that, especially in a virtual world, as we're reaching out for now, we want to be able to put our best foot forward, and we could do that on a budget. We don't need Hollywood studios, but we do need some things: cameras, audio gear, microphones, things like that. So that's where we need your help. And we've mentioned a couple of ideas that we've got moving forward with the podcast and some interviews, and of course our worship service coming to you. But when it comes into the virtual world, the sky's the limit.
Yeah,
We have some
absolutely.
ideas that we don't have yet. They're out there and they're going to come. And what's wonderful about this space that we found in the basement is that we'll have the space. So when a new idea comes up, whether for the youth or the children's message here or the children's sermon or ministry, that we've got the space and we'll have the gear with your help. So
So we've created an Amazon wish list that you can go to right now. Click on that link. It'll take you right to our wish list. And these are items from furniture that we need, nice, comfortable chairs. To sit in something a little better than we're sitting in right now,
yes.
but also to the visual and audio recording equipment that we'll need to actually produce something that we can put out there and help to spread that good news. So help us evangelize, help us be those that share the good news out into this world. They're called You're called the first followers.
There you go.
There's a TED talk about that. I'll put that in the link. But yeah, we've come up with this vision, and now we need you to be our first followers to start this movement to change the world. If you'd like to just give money, I don't turn money away. I don't ever. But right here is a link
So
for
you might
you.
want to specify that you're not giving it to Pastor Kelly, but for the.
For
I
the
also
in the
don't turn
memo.
money away.
Yeah. So here's a link for you to donate directly to the church, and in that memo section, you can put digital church, not Pastor Kelly's personal gain. You can even put digital evangelism, and we'll know that you are helping us to grow God's kingdom wherever people may be. That is so cool. We're going to
Yeah.
grow God's kingdom, and we want you to help us. So thank you so much for your time, for joining us, and we look forward to seeing y'all soon. Y'all take care.
Thanks.